In July 1996, two college students, William Thomas and Dave Desi, came across a skull along the Columbia River in Kennewick, Washington. Suspecting foul play, the Kennewick authorities were contacted. Archaeologist James Chatters then discovered that this skull and the rest of the remains found were over 9,000 years old, ranging from 9,200 years to 9,500 years ago. With further investigation, it was found that the bones belonged to an adult male. He weighed approximately 163 pounds and was about 5'7" to 5'8" in height. He was thought to die about 40 to 55 years old. He had many wounds, 2 fractures on his skull, broken ribs, shoulder injury, and what happened to be a spear found engraved in his hip. Scientists believe that he lived a harsh life, but was probably someone important in his lifetime, such as an ambassador or even a white settler. They gave him the name Kennewick Man. Scientists believe that the length and size of this skull was nothing similar to or alike that of a Native American Indian, which are considered to be the first settlers. It was more symmetric and resembled that of a white man. This challenged the fact that the Native American Indians were the first ones here. This also angered and frightened the Indians. The Indians have had bad blood with the U.S. government for centuries. The white man has done a great deal of harm and abuse to the Indians, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. They have taken their land, they have diminished their cultures, beliefs, and traditions. Their family, friends, and children's murdered. Scientists at one point even stole their ancestors' bones from graves to sell and to display in museums. This led to many laws and treaties later to be signed in the Indians' behalf. One of these laws was the right to their ancestors' remains. The Indians regarded human remains sacred, and because of this, the dispute of who owns Kennewick Man's remains emerges. Indians demand the remains of Kennewick Man to rebury him, and the scientists want him to do further investigation given that it's a 9,000-year-old artifact worth of history and information that his remains could provide. The Indians do not care much about what the scientists were trying to prove. They just know that Kennewick Man was of Native American ancestors, and that the scientists again were violating their belief and treaty. To the Native Americans, they were the first settlers, and no one was here before them, especially the whites. This is critical because if so, Indians' history and status of sovereign nations, as well as their perks, are in jeopardy. With the United States Army Corps of Engineers on their side, the Indians won the right to rebury Kennewick Man. They also took it upon themselves, even after instructed otherwise and 2 laws pending against, to dump tons of rubble weighing over 2 tons and amounting over $175,000 over the campsite where Kennewick bones were found. This brings me to my first reason why I believe scientists should have owned the rights to Kennewick Man. The U.S. Corp, as well as the Indians, destroyed the opportunity to further investigate the site and/or discover other artifacts, bones, or findings. They didn't even give the scientists a chance, not with the site nor with the Kennewick Man's remains. This raises suspicions towards the Indians on what they're trying to hide. Scientists later filed suit and delayed the process. Kennewick Man was locked away in a vault for nearly a decade. Although the Indians suffered much and deserved to be left at peace, and Kennewick Man was later founded to be a Native American, I believe it's selfish that they will want to rebury 9,000 years worth of history. They were denying billions of people the right to redefine their history, the past, and their truth. I understand they feared and definitely had a vengeance against the white man, but scientists were not trying to prove that Kennewick Man was a white man, but also that people migrated here other ways other than through the Bering Strait, that there was a possibility of water migration almost 1,000 years earlier. the Pacific coastal route, and use of boat. Kennewick Man was thought to eat a marine diet, such as salmon and seals. He had no cavities. This is important for the history of America and migration, and to many people that would like to know where they came from. They are being deprived of potentially irreplaceable information about their own past. This is why I believe that Kennewick Man belonged to the scientists instead of the Indians. Although he was considered Native American, he belonged to the people of America to give us the opportunity to rewrite our history.